Hi there. In this video we're going to have a look at algebraic fractions. With algebraic fractions, the processes that you apply are exactly the same than if you just had numeric fractions. So multiplying fractions, dividing fractions, and adding and subtracting numerical fractions, the process is the same. We just have algebraic fractions. So let's have a look at multiplying and dividing. When you're multiplying algebraic fractions, same process, multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators. So we've got x squared times 5x cubed. So what we're looking at here is you're finding the letters that are the same. So we've got x squared times that x cubed. That's going to become x to the power of 5. So on the top we're going to end up with x to the power of 5, y, for that y, and multiplying by that 5, so that 5 goes out the front there, over 3 times y is 3y. Now we don't leave it like this, we need to simplify. So I can see that I can simplify by cancelling out those two y's, and I'm just left with 5x to the power of 5 over 3. Okay, dividing now. With division, we want to change that to a multiplication sign and then flip that second fraction. So this now becomes 4x squared over 5 times 3 over 8x. So now we're just multiplying straight across. So we get 12x squared on the top over 40x, and we still need to simplify here, so 12 and 40 need to be simplified. Looks like 4 goes into both of those, so that becomes 3, that becomes 10, and then we've got x squared on the top, x on the bottom, so we're going to end up with x here in the numerator, so 3x over 10. Okay, adding and subtracting. With adding and subtracting algebraic fractions, the denominator needs to be the same before we can add or subtract the numerators. So in this first example we can see that the denominator is 3, so we just continue with the subtraction of the numerators. So 15x squared minus 9x squared will give me 6x squared over 3, so we're not changing the denominator. And then I can simplify that further. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so I end up with 2x squared. Okay, this next example, the denominators are not the same, so I need to multiply that, or at least this fraction, by 3 over 3 in order to get my denominator the same as that 15 there. So this part here becomes 6x over 15, and then rewriting the rest of the sum. So now denominators are the same, I can just add my numerators. Now this last one here, you need to treat that as one of the fractions and then that as the second fraction. This algebraic fraction minus that algebraic fraction. So you want to just keep this entity together and then this entity together. Okay, so you can see that the denominators are different, so we need to do some multiplying here to get our denominators the same. So this side I'm going to multiply by 3 over 3. Okay, and then this one is going to be multiplied by 2 over 2. So if I rewrite that, I'd end up with, just write it out in full before doing the expanding, over 6 minus 2 times that numerator over 6. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is the expanding. So I want to expand this part first, Okay, so 3 times x minus 1. So I'll get 3x minus 3 over 6 minus, and then do this expanding here, that expanding there. So 2x plus 6 over 6. Okay, so now I'm going to do the subtraction of the numerators. Now just treat that whole thing there, 3x minus 3, is subtracting 2x plus 6. So if I just rewrite 3x minus 3, now I'm going to bring this subtraction sign into the bracket. So I'm actually subtracting 2x, so subtract 2x, also subtract positive 6. So minus plus 6 becomes minus 6 here. So that minus sign there is actually subtracting this whole thing here. So you want to keep track that that subtraction is actually you're subtracting the whole 2x plus 6. That is all over 6. So I can do that because the denominators are the same and I've combined the numerators. So now I want to simplify the top line. So I've got 3x minus 2x gives me x. Minus 3 minus 6 gives me minus 9, and that is all over 6. So you could leave your answer like that. That would be your final answer.